Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to chat with you guys about items I'm no longer buying to save my hard-earned money, and I also have some honorable mentions. Let's get started and talk about it. I know there's millions of videos out there like this, but I actually have a few new ones here I wanted to share, and I wanted to share why. Let me get started with number one. This is one I've never shared. I notice, and I don't know why I keep buying it. Do you ever keep buying things intending to use it because it might be good for you, but then you never do? Okay, this one is one of those items. Tea, any kind of tea or hot chocolate packets. I just don't go through them quick enough, and so I'm especially not buying any kind of tea at all. I rarely ever drink tea. Actually, I'm down to only drinking 1 cup of coffee a day, and so I don't drink it enough to warrant it, and it just sits there. I had a friend of mine that used to say, oh, I love tea, but she had so much tea because everybody gifted it to her, and she had more than she could ever use. I had tons of this stuff. I gave it all away. I'm just not using it, but I'm not going to buy any more either, which is going to save money. No reason to buy stuff if I'm not going to use it. Number two, I have mentioned this, but I pretty much decided, and I'm talking it's going to have to be rare. I probably most likely won't go to any kind of event such as a fair or a play, things like that. Mostly because they are so overpriced. It's not that I don't have the money. Many people might think that, oh gosh, you're being so cheap, you're not going to go spend your money. I know I've said this before. I don't mind spending money if I feel I get a good value. But when things are so overpriced, you know, and you go and spend, and you're going to have to spend with parking and everything else $150 for the day, you know, and especially when you might need dental work or tree work, I'd rather see that money go something like that. A fair is fun, but when you go and it's the same thing all the time, I kind of feel like, you know what, that's not something I need to spend my money on. Number three, cookbooks. When I went thrift store shopping, I looked at cookbooks and I thought, you know what, a lot of my cookbooks are so similar to this. A lot of my cooking now I get from YouTube videos, and I like it because I can actually watch the video and learn how to make things, and it really helps to be able to do that. And then I save them in my watch later, which I love that about YouTube. You can save things in your kind of your watch later library, and it's amazing to me that all this is free. To me, sometimes I'm amazed that YouTube is free. It gives you so much wonderful information, and it's free, like free education and entertainment. Okay, then, so the next one, number four, single ingredients for recipes, something I may not ever use again. I've been actually doing a lot of substitutions, and the recipe turns out just as good, or omitting the ingredient. And, you know, a lot of times you will hear a cooking video, nothing wrong with this, and they'll say, oh, please use this seasoning salt, and I've got a discount link in the comments below. Nothing wrong with them trying to sell anything, not at all. I want to support any creator that wants to make money to support their family. But I don't absolutely need to go and order that. I can use something else. So a lot of times basically using substitutions or just eliminating, and that saves me quite a bit too. Number five, just books in general, especially self-help books. I used to buy a lot of self-help type books, and you know what? I know there's some good ones out there, but right now, when I'm not working, I need to rest my mind and need to read some fiction right now in my life, and I really enjoy that, so I'm not buying any kind of self-help books. And then last but not least, any kind of meat that my family really doesn't eat. I know ground turkey is way cheaper than ground beef. Actually, using beans is cheaper than both of those. I'd rather use beans than ground turkey. I can tell you that. When nobody here likes ground turkey, I made a chili with it. The chili just sat there. And so if I'm going to cook something, I want it to get all eaten. Also, any kind of chicken legs, chicken quarters, chicken with skin on it, it doesn't get eaten. So people say you can save so much money. Yes, if everyone eats it. But if no one's eating it, you don't save money. So those types of things are food that's just on, on clearance that nobody's going to eat. I'm very particular now what I'm buying. I'm not saying I don't waste any food, but I've wasted a lot less than I used to, I will tell you that. Honorable mentions doesn't mean I'll never do it, but very few. Going out to eat, not that I have anything against it, but the last 2 times I went, it was good, but it was really high price. Number 2, protein powder. I have tons of it. I'm just not going through it fast enough, so before I even buy anything, I don't care if it's pumpkin spice flavor, gingerbread flavor. Yes, I love it. I got to use all I have first. Number 3, gifts. I am purchasing gifts this year, but I am cutting back a little bit. Number 4, decorations. I'll buy a few if I need to, but minimal. Last but not least, and I can't believe I'm saying this one, kitchen gadgets. And I love kitchen gadgets. I love anything that makes my life easier. So these are some of the things I'm not buying. There's no rule against it. My list is going to be different than your list. Let me ask you a question. What are some things you're no longer buying because they don't bring you value, or things that you are going to buy but less often? Let me know in the comments below. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.